Good afternoon. I'm Rajul Pandya-Lorch, Chief of Staff and Head of the 2020 Vision Initiative here at IFPRI. I extend a warm welcome to all of you here in the room and for many of you who are joining us through virtual means from around the world. Thank you very much for participating in our policy seminar on scaling up in agriculture, rural development and nutrition. On this occasion, we are launching a set of policy briefs on this topic of scaling up. I hope that you have picked up a copy outside, and if not, I encourage you to do so or to visit us on the website. This is the 19th in our series of 2020 focus briefs. The objective of this series is to bring together different perspectives on emerging issues to help us, the development community and IFPRI, to think through on what we know, to help us to identify key knowledge and action gaps, and to build networks. An example of this is in 2006, we came out with a 2020 focus brief on understanding the links between agriculture and health. That was edited by Karina Hawks and Marie Ruel, and that we believe has over time contributed to the increased attention to and investment in agriculture, nutrition, and health linkages work. The genesis of this particular set of briefs on scaling up is twofold. About 3 years ago, we were working on the Millions Fed project. A number of you may know about this project, where we were looking for successes, proven successes in agricultural development that led to large reductions in hunger. And as part of that, through the course of that work, I was struck in terms of how few projects and interventions we could find that were successfully scaled up. We have hundreds and thousands, if not millions, of very exciting projects around the world, many of which start small and stay small. So after that particular Millions Fed work was completed, I felt that if there was any follow-up work to be done, it would be in looking for where are there successes in scaling up. What works, what doesn't work, how do we scale up? Also, over the last few years, in the wake of our two recent world food price crises, we have seen more interest and more investment in agriculture, rural development, and nutrition. And it's a golden moment for us to invest in scaling up. But we need to know what are the key factors, what are the key drivers, what are the enabling conditions that allow scaling up to be successful. Late last year, we approached Johannes Lin, who is, in our opinion, pushing the boundaries and the frontiers for the knowledge on scaling up. And we asked him, and very luckily for us, he accepted, to help us to assemble the set of policy briefs to understand the challenges and the opportunities for successful scaling up. The result is a set of 20 policy briefs written by 35 experts and practitioners, ranging from local communities to civil society organizations to private sector to donors and the like. These briefs delineate different pathways for scaling up. They identify the key drivers and the spaces for scaling up, and they draw lessons for all of us in terms of what works and what's needed to make scaling up work. I'm very excited by, and I hope that all of you are excited by this set of policy briefs. I would like to warmly thank all of the authors who shared with us their insights, who came together and shared insights with us, with each other, and helped to create a very powerful set of briefs. A number of the authors are here with us in the audience. I will mention some of them. If I missed others, I hope they will tell us in the Q&A session. But we have with us Chris Reich. We have with us Yakomina Direct, right there. We have with us Sivan Yosef, right there. We have with us John Macedon. We have with us Alex Sharkov, right there. And I hope Leanne Sadowski has made it in, but if not, she should be with us shortly. And of course, we have Kevin and Johannes right here. And we have other authors who are joining us virtually. A very big thank you to all of the authors for contributing to this. And a very big thank you from the top and bottom and middle of my heart to Johannes for pulling together this wonderful set of authors, helping us to think through key topics, who are the people who are working on these issues that we should hear from, and very gently and very constructively providing feedback and making this the rich set of briefs that it is. Johannes, thank you. Now let me introduce to you our three speakers, and I'll do so very briefly, and I'll introduce them all in one go so we can hear from them. Our first speaker is Johannes Lin. He is a senior resident scholar at the Emerging Markets Forum and a non-resident senior fellow at the Brookings Institution. Johannes will be presenting insights from these briefs and the key lessons. Our next speaker will be Kevin Cleaver. Kevin is the Associate Vice President for Programs at the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, based in Rome. IFAD is making major investments in scaling up, and Kevin will be sharing with us some of the experiences and insights. Our third speaker is Mirza Jahani, the Chief Executive Officer of the Aga Khan Foundation in the US, and he will talk about the Aga Khan Development Network's approaches to scaling up and the key lessons. So without further ado, let me call on Johannes. Thank you.